Welcome to the Celebrate video from Above and Beyond Cancer. While we usually do this at a luncheon with 300 of our favorite people, we obviously can't do that this year, so we're glad that you tuned in and to watch us this evening. The start of our program is going to be from Dr. Dick Deming, our founder, who, as he would introduce others, is a jackrabbit from South Dakota State University, who did his medical training at Creighton University and then ended up in the Navy as a member of the frog team. Dr. Deming will lead us tonight in our program, and we're glad to have you here as always. Dr. Deming.
Great, thanks, Chris. I feel like saying ribbit.
It's always your prerogative.
Yes, okay. I wasn't actually a frog, but I did take care of frogmen in the Navy. And thank you all for being with us at our Celebrate video. The food isn't as good as we usually serve, but I hope you will be inspired by what you're going to see tonight. I always like to begin every program with a little bit of reflection. And the reflection I'm going to share with you on this beautiful fall evening is a poem about fall by Wendell Berry, and it's called Grace. The woods is shining this morning, red, gold, and green. The leaves lie on the ground or fall or hang full of light in the air still. Perfect in its rise and in its fall, the woods takes the place it has been coming to forever. It has not hastened here or lagged. See how surely it has sought itself, its roots passing lordly through the earth. See how, without confusion, it is all that it is, and how flawless its grace is. Running or walking, the way is the same. Be still, be still. He moves your bones, and the way is clear. Beautiful poetry by Wallace Berry reminds us of how beautiful autumn is, but it also reminds us that we're here, that we have ourselves, we have everyone, and the world is perfect just as it is. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to celebrating and bestowing a couple of honors today, and I hope you're going to find this inspirational. Thanks. So having a video instead of a luncheon isn't the only thing that's changed about 2020. I know all of you have experienced a lot of change in your life this year because of the COVID pandemic, and Above and Beyond Cancer has too. We were all scheduled to take a group of 40 cancer survivors and caregivers to Africa in June on a humanitarian mission and a personal challenge to summit Mount Kilimanjaro. That didn't happen, but a lot of things did happen in 2020. And we want to fill you in on what Above and Beyond Cancer has been doing in 2020. But instead of me telling you about it, I want to introduce to you our program director, Mary Van Hukelum. Mary, come on and tell us, what has Above and Beyond Cancer been up to in 2020?
Thanks, Dick. Well, we've been up to a lot. So someone once said that hugs are the universal medicine. For years, I felt the foundation of Above and Beyond Cancer was a hug. It's about individuals leaning into one another. It's about trust, the essence of giving and receiving. A hug conveys gratitude, validation, compassion, and resiliency. A hug can cloak fear with courage and hope. Our hugs have deepened friendships, expanded our family, and spread joy. So where are we now without the safety and insurance of a hug? We are still all those things. Above and Beyond Cancer was founded on courage, to think out of the box, to keep trying. Above and Beyond Cancer was founded on swirling snow, steep climbs, muddy paths, cloudy days, and sunny days. We are still all those things. Since March, Above and Beyond Cancer has adjusted appropriately. We've paused the hugs, but we've ramped up in other areas. Weekly, we are offering total training, healing yoga, meditation, and the Cancer Education Series through mediums such as Facebook Live, Zoom, and our newly active YouTube channel. Geography and schedule are no longer an obstacle, as anyone may access these free classes remotely and on their time. Our cooking and nutrition classes and book club have all morphed into the land of Zoom, as well as a new program called Watch and Talk Club. For those of you who have a penchant for documentaries and other interesting films, this program is for you. I haven't figured out how to get Schitt's Creek on the Watch and Talk Club agenda, but we will be discussing the new popular documentary, Social Dilemma, next. Our commitment to promoting outdoor activities remains strong. On Tuesdays, we meet at Greenwood Pond to hike in the woods and practice a few yoga poses by the water. On Wednesdays, we meet in Waterworks Park and walk with urban poles, a new exercise that shows great benefits to improve strength, posture, and heart health. Our outdoor programs will continue throughout the winter. As Iowans, we know how to bundle up. Outside activity is essential to your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. We need this to stay connected with one another and nature. A survivor may also receive a referral from their physician and get enrolled in the Next Steps program at Mercy One Health and Fitness in Clive. This program is scholarshiped by Above and Beyond Cancer and includes assessments and a tailored program for survivors. Survivors may also participate in person with our total training program. Our partnership with the YMCA also remains fluid, and we expect in 2021 a return of in-facility medical programs. Lastly, survivors can receive one-on-one wellness coaching that may include goal setting and a program that can be suitable for executing at home or a fitness facility. We meet survivors at their comfort level, whether it's through FaceTime, outdoors, or one-on-one with a mask and social distancing. We may not be able to give you a hug right now, but you can still lean into us. We are still delivering hope, gratitude, and joy. We are still offering quality programs with mission-driven instructors. Find the right fit for you by emailing or calling or following us on Facebook or checking out our calendar of events on our website. As someone said, a hug is a perfect gift. It's one size fits all, and nobody minds if you exchange it. And speaking of gifts, we have a wonderful new book that has been published in 2020. It is called Above and Beyond Cancer. It is one of my new favorite books that I like to leaf through. And Dr. Deming is going to share a little bit more about this amazing book.
And I am so thrilled to be able to talk to you about this book, my very first book. And I tell you, I've never delivered a baby, but boy, this felt like it. But it wasn't 9 months of gestation, it was 2 years of gestation. And this is the book Above and Beyond Cancer. And it was a 2-year writing project with Drake Community Press. So a big shout out to Dr. Carol Spalding Cruz, who's the director of Drake Community Press and a professor at Drake University. Over 2 years, we organized and helped teach classes throughout Drake University on the role that cancer plays in many different disciplines, from philosophy to actuarial sciences to literature to the College of Health Sciences, and finally in the English department with a group of undergrad students that really helped us write this book. This book is in 15 chapters. It's not about the organization Above and Beyond Cancer. It's really about the journey that individuals go through from a cancer diagnosis through treatment and beyond. Each of the 15 chapters is a different philosophical element of what it means to face cancer, from the shock of being told you have cancer to the metaphors that you use to describe the cancer journey, through hope and compassion, through suffering, through loss, through facing mortality, to understanding the meaning of life and the beauty of the world, and finally, to renewal. The foreword to the book is written by Senator Tom Harkin, a beautiful foreword, and this book contains just fabulous photography by Dylan Huey. The photographs are from all over the world and represent the journeys that we have been through, but the book itself is really about the personal journey through cancer. In addition to my writing, there's beautiful excerpts of reflections written by cancer patients and their families that match the theme of each chapter. I think you'll really enjoy this book. It would be a great gift a great gift to anyone who's been touched by cancer, to someone who's just been diagnosed with cancer, or to someone who's completed their cancer treatment and are looking back on their cancer and still finding meaning in their cancer. Frankly, I think it'd be a great Christmas gift. And if you want to give this book as a gift to someone who's been touched by cancer in your life, you can buy it in person at Beaverdale Books in Beaverdale or in the East Village at Kitchen Collage. You can also get it online through the Above and Beyond Cancer website or through Amazon.com. It will inspire and transform lives. And I'd like to welcome on stage Morgan Newman.
Hi.
Hi, Morgan. Our first recipient of the Above and Beyond Cancer Award is Morgan Newman. Morgan was diagnosed with cancer in 2015, stage 3 cervix cancer, at the age of 24. 1 year later, her cancer was found to be metastatic to the lungs, so technically stage 4. And she has been an advocate ever since. In 2017, she joined the organization Survivor, and I need to spell that for you, because Survivor is spelled C-E-R-V-I-V-O-R, and it's a combination of the words cervix and survivor. So Survivor is a cervix cancer survivor. The organization is a not-for-profit that brings cervical cancer survivors together and helps to spread awareness, education, support, and a whole lot more. And what I really love about Morgan is that she has taken the journey that she has traveled through cancer and has used it to pay it forward. And I have seen this woman in action. So she has been an advocate with the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network, and I have been up to the state capitol here in Des Moines, where she has done advocacy work, and I've gone to Washington, D.C. with her, and I've seen her in action with our U.S. senators and representatives, and she uses her story and her passion and her intelligence to inspire, cajole, and influence public policymakers to do the right thing and really help improve access to health care and a whole lot more for cancer survivors. She's working on her master's degree in social work at the University of Iowa. When she was earning her bachelor's degree at the University of Iowa, she was also awarded the Director's Award for a student in social work that was walking the walk in addition to doing the academic work that she was doing. She also was the Advocate of the Year for the Iowa chapter of the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. She's, as I mentioned, working to get her Master's of Social Work degree at the University of Iowa, and her goal is to be a social worker in an oncology department in a cancer center, and I'm going to be the first one to offer her a job when she gets her master's degree. We are awarding the Above and Beyond Cancer Award to Morgan because of her ability to compassionately reach out and help others, to use this adversity that she faced to really not only illuminate her own path forward, but to help illuminate others. So Morgan, it is with so much honor and gratitude that I award to you the Above and Beyond Cancer Award.
Thank you. I have some notes here. Thank you, Dr. Deming, and the rest of the Above and Beyond Cancer team. It is an honor to accept this award for Advocate of the Year. It honestly seems like yesterday that I was just getting diagnosed with cervical cancer. I was 24 years old, and I was only starting out in life. During treatment, I was grateful as I received a gift from an existing member, one Above and Beyond Cancer membership. It was then that I decided to join Mary's Total Transformation class, and I was connected with several local survivors. Unfortunately, life had a small detour planned, and I was diagnosed with metastatic recurrence in my lungs. After another series of chemotherapy treatments and some serious downtime, I came back with no evidence of disease, and I wanted to reconnect. I'm so glad that I did. You see, during my diagnoses, I didn't believe that my story mattered. I was ashamed that I got cancer, But that shame didn't last long, especially after discovering a couple organizations like Above and Beyond Cancer, Survivor, and ACS Can. They support and encourage survivors like myself to share their stories, to connect with people who get it, to take care of ourselves in a mind, body, spirit, and lastly, make a lasting impact on cancer care right here in Iowa. I never thought I would be standing in front of crowds, meeting with legislators, or even volunteering to do media interviews with our local news stations. Our stories are what shape policy, and that itself is pretty incredible. I know we can lean on each other in this community when we need it, and I know that we can count on their encouragement to live resiliently with purpose. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Morgan. The next Above and Beyond Cancer Award goes to the organization Can Do Cancer, and I'd like to introduce you to its founder, Molly Zaver. Hi, Molly.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So let me tell you a little bit about Molly and about Can Do Cancer. Living with cancer is a long journey that doesn't need to be walked alone. This concept is at the core of what Molly Zaver started with Can Do Cancer. Back in April of 2012, Molly had learned many things during her own breast cancer journey. One of them was that there is a real need in Central Iowa for an organization to support breast cancer patients' non-medical needs in an easy and well-coordinated fashion. The simple yet profound idea was to provide practical information and much-needed services to breast cancer patients in an easy, well-coordinated manner. Can Do Cancer is a nonprofit organization based in Ankeny. It works to improve and enhance the lives of breast cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy. The services are vast, and instead of me telling you about them, I'm going to let Molly tell you about all the services that they provide. One of the key services that Can Do Cancer provides is a patient partner. Molly's going to talk about her journey through cancer, and it's difficult if you don't know someone who's already been through the journey. And what Can Do Cancer does, among many other things, is partner a patient with someone who's gone through the breast cancer journey and can be there with the patient as they're going through their own journey. Over the course of the last year, Can Do Cancer has helped countless of individuals. It's provided over 1,500 dinners to cancer patients and their families. It's provided house cleaning to 383 different households, and it's served more than 117 cancer patients and 390 family members. What I really want to call out, though, is Molly's compassion and generosity. As I've seen time and again from cancer patients, as they've gone through their own journey, they come through their journey with this sense of wanting to help someone else, to use the wisdom they've gained in their journey to help others along the way. And that's what Molly has done, and that's why she created Can Do Cancer, and that's the reason we're awarding Can Do Cancer and Molly Zaver with the Above and Beyond Cancer Award.
Thank you, Dr. Deming.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I started Can Do Cancer in April of 2012, as Dr. Deming had mentioned, after my own journey with cancer. I was diagnosed in May of 2011 with breast cancer. I had just turned 35 years old. I had twin daughters at home at the time. My son was 8. I was self-employed, so I had to continue to work through my journey. And when I completed chemotherapy in November of 2011, I really started to reflect on my own experience of cancer and look at, what just happened to me. How can I help others? And I really was shocked at the lack of resources that the community had to help women actually during their journey getting through the treatment. And so as I reflected back on my own experience, I had decided that I was going to start a nonprofit organization to help other women to hopefully make their journey a little bit easier. than mine was. And so I started deciding what services I wanted to offer based on some things that were helpful to me and some things that I wish that I would have had during my cancer experience. So Can Do Cancer has 4 primary services. We provide dinner on chemotherapy days. I actually had a friend that started bringing me dinners on chemo treatment days, and it was such a relief for me that when I had chemo, I could go for treatment that day and not have to worry about what my family was going to eat that evening. I could simply go focus on my treatment. If I didn't feel well, I could just go straight to bed and know that my family's meal was taken care of. And I wanted everyone who was going through cancer to have that available to them. The second service that we offer is house cleaning services. There's a lot of fatigue with chemotherapy treatments, and I thought that would be something that would be easy for us to take off of people's plates. And it feels good to come home from chemotherapy and have a clean home that you're walking into. The third service that we offer is an educational website. Again, I was really astonished with just how much I had to figure out on my own. Just simple things from, if you wear a zip up or a button down shirt to chemo, they can access your port. You don't have to put a hospital gown on. So simple things like that to, the different types of wigs. I had just turned 35, had no idea that I would be in the wig market. And so just very practical tips, so if a woman gets diagnosed with breast cancer, the website is where you can go and find out the information that you need from a practical side, not a medical side. And the last service that we offer is the Patient Partner Program. And I was 35 when I was diagnosed and didn't know very many breast cancer survivors at that time, and I feel like that was really a needed service to have someone to talk to throughout my entire treatment that knew what I was going through. I had a great family and friend network, but none of them had gone through cancer, and they tried to relate to me as best they could, but I think it would have been very beneficial for me to have someone that I knew that I could always go to with questions on, if I was having a reaction to a certain medication, things that they maybe tried, or just even emotionally to have someone to talk to who knew the fears of what it felt like to be looking, death in the face. So. So I'm very honored to be receiving this award. It's very rewarding for me to be recognized for the work that we're doing in the community, so thank you.
You are welcome, Molly. Thank you, and thank you for all you do. You really, really are paying it forward, and there's so many people that are better off because of what you and your organization are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for being part of this celebration tonight.
Yeah.
Now I'd like to bring on the Executive Director of Above and Beyond Cancer, Chris Goodale. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Dick. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Been a fun evening.
Yeah, wonderful way to adapt to our current situation, undoubtedly. I wanted to close the video tonight with a thought about philanthropy. All the programs that we have at Above and Beyond Cancer are free to cancer survivors, and they're supported by your philanthropy. It's the calendar year end, so we hope that you consider keeping Above and Beyond Cancer in your philanthropic plans as you consider your giving toward the end of this year. One way you might consider is a new program that we've added, which is monthly giving, and you can get to that on our website. It can be very impactful. For example, an $84 gift each month can add up to $1,000. The third way I hope that you'll consider Above and Beyond Cancer philanthropy is through your estate plans or your will. If you want to talk more about that, I'm always available to have those conversations. You can always just email me at chris@aboveandbeyondcancer.org.
Thanks, Chris. And this Celebrate video is happening here in November. And November is the time of Thanksgiving. So I'd like to conclude with my thanks to you for watching this video. My special thanks to all cancer patients, survivors, and family members for whom we make this organization a reality and who make it possible for us to do what we do. Thank you to all the contributors. Thank you, Chris, for the wonderful job you're doing as Executive Director. Thanks to Mary and Kelsey and all the members of Above and Beyond Cancer. And I want to thank our Board of Directors. This has been a challenging year for everyone, and Above and Beyond Cancer is not excluded. And we really have done a lot of work this year, and our Board of Directors has been just fabulous at rolling up their sleeves, coming together for Zoom meetings, and helping us to adapt. And I'd like to put out a special shout out to Chuck Cutler, who is the chairman of our Board of Directors. I'd also like to thank Pigott. We're here today at this beautiful studio, Pigott on Ingersoll, and we really thank them for allowing us to use their space. Finally, I want to remind all of you to share time with those that love you and those that you love. At Thanksgiving, it's going to be a bit different. I don't even know if we're going to be able to all get together, but keep people in your hearts, in your thoughts. Remember to reach out to them. This is a time of Thanksgiving. It's a time of gratitude, but it's also a time of joy. And joy is one of those things that is deep-seated. Joy is something that comes into our lives not when we try to go around suffering, but when we go right through it. So I implore each of you to make room each and every day to seek joy for yourself and to spread joy to others. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next year. It's a great day to be alive.